This is my book, Diary of the Wimpy Kid Old School, written by Jeff Kinney.
The genre is realistic fiction.
And this is my first quarter book project. This is Greg. He is one of the main characters in the story. He has 3 character traits. One of his character traits is being helpful. He helped Rally overcome his fear of cutting a lemon. He is also nice to Rally in good ways. He also kind of is controlling. Not controlling, has a lot of ideas. He had the idea of making the lemonade stand and the special water. And so those are the 3 character traits. And this is Rally. Rally is one of the main characters in the story too. He has 3 character traits as well. One of his character traits is being a scaredy cat. He was scared to cut the lemon. And he also had a snorkeling thing on and goggles. He also is like a pet. He listens to whatever Greg says and he does it when he says it. And he is not very smart. I haven't seen him come up with any ideas yet or at all. And that is one of the main characters. Rally. Here is a Venn diagram. I will read you Greg's, then Rally's, and the same. He has more ideas. Greg does. Greg is braver than Rally. Greg can be a little mean to Rally sometimes. Rally always helps Greg. Rally is more of a chicken. He is also a big weirdo. They do the same things. Well, that's the same. They do the same things. They are both nice to each other most of the time. And they are both nerds. They get picked on a lot at school. And here's a summary of the story. They always use technology, so the mom started unplug the technology. Don't use it for 48 hours. She goes all around town trying to get people to sign it so she can take it to court. And when Greg goes to school in the morning, he sees this sign on the wall. It says, "Get a buddy. Have an elementary friend. You can help him with his homework." He meets his homework buddy. His name is Fru. He shows him his homework. He says he can do it. And then he says, "Give me your homework," to Greg. So he does Greg's homework in 15 minutes, whips through it. And then it does that like every day. They both do that every day. And so then Greg is drinking and eat and just listen to music, reading a book. Their grandpa moves in with them. So he gets to pick any room he wants. And he, of course, chooses Greg's. So Grandpa always sleeps there. He got in trouble one time for not doing what he was supposed to do and staying up too late. So they didn't want to leave him alone. And the dad is also scared of paranoid. If you do one little mistake, he'll say, "No, don't do that." And he'll get super mad and freak out. So then that happens a lot to Greg. And then he gets in trouble. Then the dad gets embarrassed in front of his dad. And so then they go out to dinner. The grandpa said he didn't want to come. And so he invites a huge party of people to come over. A bunch of girls and no boys. And so when they get home, they're like, what the heck is going on here? Why is there a huge party? They're all mad at the grandpa. And they tell him all to leave. And while they're all leaving, the mom is asking them to sign the no technology for 48 hours. And so they kick everyone out of the house. And Grandpa's in huge trouble. And so they don't let him out of his sight. They always make him sit in a corner, but he prefers it in front of the TV. So he's sitting in front of the TV, not let out of the dad's sight. Or Greg, he's also stuck with Grandpa.
6 minutes.
And then the dad goes on a business trip. So they're alone together. And the mom and Manny go to the store while Greg and the grandpa are home. Greg makes this mistake where water comes through the bottom of the house. And so Greg is super nervous. So he asks his grandpa to take him to the store to buy some paints to cover it up. So Grandpa tries to drive to the store. When they get in the car and he's on the road, he goes, woo, yeehaw! And then Greg goes, uh-oh, I forgot. He lost his license. So they're driving. They run out of gas. And so the dad walks there, and Greg gets under the steering wheel because he sees criminals. And then they all are eating on his car. And then when they finally leave, Greg tries to get up, but he pulls the thing and park, and he makes it go and drive. And then they drive down a huge ditch, and it wrecks and scratches the whole car up. So, and then the dad's about to come home, and he keeps saying no to going to the field trip for a week. So then they couldn't get out of the car, so they had to call the mom over and a tow truck to get it out. So Greg says, maybe I should go to that field trip instead. I don't have to listen to Dad yell at me. So he goes to the field trip, takes a long drive, and they get some horrible food when they get there. They all hate it. They sleep in a horrible cabin, the worst one, because they signed up late. And so and it happens a lot. And so there's this scary thing called the silo scratch. And he lives in this house where everyone is scared of. So Greg sees it. He's walking to it. He's closer. He's scared. He's about to go in his pants. He gets so close. He can't turn back now. It's locked from the inside. He goes to the back door. It's open. He steps in, and you'll have to read the rest to see what happens in the rest of my story. And that's my story. And here's my cover. Is where Greg and Riley, they're both cutting lemons. And when Greg cuts one, it hits him straight in the eye. So he screams. And then to the side there's their couch. There's their table. And there's Manny watching TV. And they can't see through him with his big chair. And that's my Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Thank you. By Avery Corkery.